back. Georgia's longest criminal trial ever is over, and rapper Young Thug is out of jail. He was on trial for gang, drug, and gun-related charges. And joining us now to talk about what the rapper had to say and the conditions of his release, legal affairs reporter Meghann Cuniff. Meghann, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So can you talk about what this case is made of and how it became the longest criminal case in Georgia history?
Yes, this is an organized crime case. It's a racketeering conspiracy case brought under Georgia state law and anti-gang laws, alleging that Young Thug had been leading a gang called Young Slime Life over a period of several years, and that the gang had been responsible for several murders, or 2 murders at least, attempted murders, shootings, stabbings in the jail, and it really alleged a whole gamut of crimes over a period of years.
Wow. So we know Young Thug, or his legal name Jeffery Williams, was sentenced to time served plus 15 years of probation for those charges, including firearm possession and participation in street gang activity. And you've obviously followed this case from the start. Is this the outcome you expected?
The big thing is he is going to be back. He was backloaded 20 years. So if he violates his probation, he is going to go to prison for 20 years. And there are some pretty stringent requirements on his probation that they made it clear that the prosecutors were going to let him leave jail on this probation deal, but they couldn't agree on requirements. And the judge did impose some requirements that I don't think he likes, such as he can't go to Atlanta for 10 years. So if he owns a home in Atlanta, he might as well sell it. So in terms of the outcome that I expected, Brian Steele, his lawyer, said that they fully expected it to go to verdict, and it still could. The trial is actually still going on because there's still 2 defendants remaining who haven't taken pleas. But he said that Young Thug was sick of being in court, that it was H-E blank blank, as Brian Steele would say, and he didn't want to be there anymore, although Brian Steele wanted to take it to verdict. I think the probation requirements, especially the stuff requiring him to never symbolize gangs or promote gangs, sets him up for a really tough next 15 years. And the judge made clear that if he violates any of this, he's going to go to prison for the backloaded sentence. And one thing is, there's still no agreement between the defense and the prosecution on what is a gang symbol. Do his rap lyrics promote gangs? So I think there's a lot to be seen here during his probation period.
It almost sounds like it would be very easy to make a mistake and violate his probation, it seems.
Yes, I think it will be a lot easier in terms of a probation revocation hearing to prove that than for prosecutors to continue with this huge case and to prove these gang charges. But Young Thug was released from jail last night, and given the conditions that he's been under, I think that was all he was looking for. He says he wants to make changes, and the probation department is going to be there to make sure that he does. And I think the point for him is he is now out of jail and he's able to see his family.
Oh, I'm sure. And real quick, before we let you go, we have just a few seconds left. What was his reaction to being released?
He seemed so pleased. I mean, this is exactly what he was looking for, and it's exactly what he got. So I can't imagine he's anything but elated right now. But reality will come when these requirements are in his face.
Oh, absolutely. Meghann Cuniff, legal affairs reporter, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.